Oh, wait. That was him? Oh, that is terrifying. Generic intro into Dr. Go's movie. We're back with another kill count reaction. Today we are doing The Strangers from 2008 and The Look-See, which is a Crypt TV collab, which I don't know if we've actually seen a kill count with a collab before. I'm not sure who Crypt TV is. I believe there's some comments explaining that to me, but the last video I did was a triple header with a Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Freddy vs. Jason, and a Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 remake. You can check out my reaction to that video. I'll leave it right up there. Also, a link down below in the description. Also, in place of my channel with all my other kill counts. Going to chronological order. I've been watching all of those, going from the oldest to the newest, on a lot of movies I have never seen before. I've never heard of The Strangers from 2008. I've also never seen The Look-See or heard of The Look-See, but that image looks like a, I don't know, it looks like something from a creepypasta or something like that. But we're doing both of these because they are rather short, or The Look-See is rather short. But then next week we're going to start the Leprechaun series that apparently people have been talking about, and people love that series. I don't know, it'll be out next week. Patrons got all the videos there early. Could not do this if it was not for them. $30 a month get you all my reaction videos there early, which is like 16 videos a week. Typically, I do read all your comments, whether you're a patron or not, whether you're subscribed or not, but I hope you are subscribed. We're approaching 100,000 subscribers, and likes are always appreciated if you enjoyed the video. So let's go ahead and jump into The Strangers. All right.
Kill count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror
Fair
movies.
warning, this
I'm
video
James
contains what?
And today we're looking at The Strangers,
because
released in 2008
the first
by
couple seconds
writer-director
played.
Brian Bertino. The Strangers is a home invasion movie boiled down to its most basic elements. You've got a young couple in an isolated house being tormented by a group of strangers in masks for no apparent reason. That's really all there is to it. In fact, during the entire movie, you only ever see 8 people. It's hard to think of a horror movie with less frills than this. But whether that simplicity is a strength or a weakness is up to taste. I think the movie does a great job building psychological terror and using really effective jump scares throughout. And I like how the movie works as a commentary on how horror in a post 9/11 world is random and real instead of moralistic and fantastical. On the other hand, if you think this is a slow, boring movie where barely anything happens, I mean, I ain't gonna argue with you. Just look at the runtime of this kill count compared to all the others. There is not a lot that happens here. Even with such a deliberate pace, is there a chance that this movie can rack up a decent body count? Well, let's find out.
Well, so there's what, 8 people in masks, so you would think there's at least 8 there.
The movie begins with a card saying this is inspired by true events, which is kind of true, but they weren't exactly the events that the other card describes, which is the setup for the movie. In actuality, Bertino was inspired by like half Manson murders, half some other shit. We hear a distress 911 call as we watch some fancy lads go into a house where it looks like there was a party that got a little too hardy. Gonna need a lot of club soda for that stain. Let's jump back in time with the title card. Get strange. Our non-stranger protagonists are Kristen and James, played by Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, and it looks like they've just come from a wedding and or wedding-related soiree. They're at James's family summer home, and although the place is decked out with everything you need to get the love juices flowing, from beds of rose petals to candles for mood lighting, it doesn't exactly look as though either of these two feel like making love. In fact, the company is so bad that James is calling his buddy Mike and asking him to come pick him up, since things did not go as planned that night. Spoiler, fellow James, they don't get better. We find out in a flashback that earlier that night, James had popped the big question to Kristen.
And she said no.
Well, let's just say that's not exactly the face you want to see in that moment. One of the things this movie has going for it, though, is how these two aren't angry caricatures sniping at each other over a failed relationship. Even though the proposal was turned down, both of them are really sensitive of how the other must be feeling.
I'm so sorry it wasn't
Why'd she say no?
thought it would be.
Seeing that they're good people just makes the impact of what happens later that much greater.
Do they bond? Do this is a bonding experience?
Or at the very least in lust, since they start to have a little living room furniture sex before a mid-coitus knock at the door interrupts their intimacy.
Ah, that's the worst time.
At the door is a blonde woman, obscured in shadow, and it sounds like she wants to know if her friend can come out and play.
Is Tamara here?
But James tells her she's got the wrong house. There's one of those, okay, you can get the fuck off my porch now, pauses before the woman leaves with a cryptic line.
See you later.
When Kristen knows that she's out of cigarettes, James offers to go get her some as an excuse to take a drive. He takes off for the store, leaving a fire for her to stay warm by, and while he's gone, she tries on the ring that she rejected while listening to the unsettling baby
I feel like
voice
that's
of
like
Joanna
bad juju.
Newsom. Sorry, her voice creeps me out a little bit. But then there's another loud knock at the door, and if you're watching this movie at 2 in the morning by yourself, now's the time you start to get a little freaked out about it.
I've never had a time there was a knock on my bedroom door at 5 in the morning.
The same woman from earlier asks once again if
I
Tamara's
lived
home.
alone at the time.
And locks the door, but then she notices the fire getting smoky, possibly from some smokestack tampering, like she's getting punked by Bert from Mary Poppins. It sets off the smoke alarm, which she removes haphazardly so it falls to the floor, and then there's more knocking at her door. She finds her cell phone dead, so she plugs it into charge, then uses uses the house phone to call James and tell him,
and
hey,
it's
you
probably
might want to get back here. Things are getting weird, as she changes into less vulnerable attire. After the call abruptly disconnects, we get the best shot of the movie, and honestly, one of the creepiest shots I've ever seen.
Why?
As
Is there something
Kristen fails
behind?
to notice a man with a mask over his head step into the shadows in the far background of the house.
You already
The
know
shot
little
goes on
kids
for
are
a
watching
long
this,
time
and they're
as
just
he
like,
silently
it's right there,
observes her.
turn
And when she
around.
finally does turn around in a different angle,
Not there.
a return to the first shot
gone.
shows he's not there anymore. Expert creepy filmmaking right there. That's
That
how
was
you
good.
spook an audience without using jump scares. Another knock alarms her enough
That's
to
so
finally arm herself
unsettling.
with a knife, but she realizes she's in serious shit when she sees that the smoke detector has been picked up off the floor and set on a chair, and that her charging cable has been cut in half by a saboteur. When she goes to the window to check outside for any grumpkins and snarks, she finds the man in the mask staring back at her. She stumbles back, startled, and bumps into the
you
record
have a knife.
player, which sets it off with a repetitive skip that scores the next couple of minutes. The front door cracks open, and when she peeks outside, she briefly catches a man. But wait a minute, it's not Halloween. So, safe from Sam's judgment, Kristen closes the door on the doll-faced trick-or-treater and retreats to the bedroom to bunker down with her knife. She hears the skipping record get turned off, but it's only James that comes around the corner, concerned about her hand that's been cut open and the way she's freaking out, man. He searches the house to make her feel safer, but doesn't find anyone or anything suspicious. Guess they probably should have checked the fireplace, where Kristen's phone is heating up more than a Galaxy Note 7. When they look out through the window,
okay, the Note 7 was the greatest phone ever. I had one. It was incredible.
Pretty creepy thing for a person to do, and now she's gone. When James goes out to his Volvo to get his phone, he finds all his car windows have been smashed. Then a hand reaches out and touches him, but the person runs away when James turns around. Clearly, these people are just fucking with them. When James sees the blonde lady in the road again and asks her what she wants, she doesn't respond. Kristen sticks her head out to see what's going on,
and nobody's there.
The blonde lady is gone again. Neat trick, I guess. Back inside, James bandages Kristen's hands while she wonders why anyone
only has a tie. There's no first aid kit there.
His phone has also been tampered with, prompting him to say that it's time for them to leave. As they're pulling out, though, some headlights come up on them, and driving the truck is a pinup masked lady who might be having a little bit of a brake issue there. Might want to have the Pep Boys take a look at that. They manage to get back inside the house, where James begins looking for his dad's old gun. He finds it on top of the bookcase, and with some ammo from the bedroom, loads that boomstick up. Also in the bedroom is some personalized window lighting. Oh shit, they're just trying to say hello.
Also, I would have got that when the first person knocked on the door.
But right when they're going to throw their front doors open and let bygones be bygones, an axe through the door signals that maybe the opportunity for tea time has passed. They board up the door with furniture and bunker down in the bedroom as the record player starts spinning Mama Tried.
You could start shooting now.
Mama tried, Mama tried.
And if you're going to be tortured by strangers with music, it could be a lot
depends on what state you're in.
I'm not even into country music, but this song is dope as hell. We're about halfway through the movie now, so it's a good time to introduce a golden god into the mix. James's friend Mike that he called earlier, played by Glenn Howerton, whose career I would steal in a heartbeat if I had a monkey's paw, gets to the summer home in response to James's voicemail, only to be greeted by his window getting busted out. There's no one outside that he can see, but he does notice the remains of that little fender bender from earlier, and he realizes something must be wrong, you know, because of the implication. Also, he's a huge Merle Haggard fan, so he can't help but wander into the free concert going on inside. The loud music drowns everything else out, so Mike doesn't hear when the man in the mask shows up behind him, nor when he raises his axe to get this kill count started proper. But then this happens.
So anyway, I start blasting.
That sucks, man. You definitely just shot your best friend in the face.
Wait.
It's a tragic death.
That was
not
him?
only because this would give James PTSD for the rest of his life, but also because it means we don't get any more Glenn Howerton in this movie. I saw his name in the credits and set my excitement level way too high. James crawls over to check out the body. And, confirmed
he's gone.
Him. Probably doesn't help when he finds an accusatory message in his window mail. You think they wrote that with blood or lipstick? It's very nice lettering either way. He heads outside because there's an old radio in the barn and he wants to use it to call for help. But before he does, he checks on his car and finds that it's been all tampered with. I'm not a mechanic or anything, but that don't look good. On his way to the barn, he sees one of the assailants with a flashlight, and he almost manages to get a shot off before they blind him with the light, and the man in the mask revs up like a deuce and runs through the
How
night.
How are you get blinded by the light? Just aim at the light.
So she makes a run for the barn herself, but she trips along the way, and this pretty much wrecks her shit for the rest of the movie. As she crawls her way to the barn, the pinup stranger comes up behind her. But again, these people are just toying with their victim. So when Kristen turns around, the pinup lady is gone. Inside the barn,
is this like payback for saying no to the ring?
Right as she gets it working and finally hears another voice on the other end, pinup lady appears to smash her radio to pieces with an axe. Guess she was never a fan of the whole CB craze. Then apparently she just lets Kristen crawl away.
Well, I guess
that's what we see
call
next.
her
And I totally
TV.
understand if you're frustrated by the lack of get-up by the killers in this movie. They're taking their sweet-ass time with this. I mean, shit, Dollface is just chilling on the swing set there. Can you imagine Jason taking a break from his killing to just mess around on a playground for a minute? It'd be kind of cute, actually. Kristen eventually makes her way back inside where the power gets turned off, so now the lighting is even moodier. She narrowly avoids being seen by the man in the mask. Or maybe he does see her and he's just fucking with her. I don't know. Either way, she hides inside a cabinet.
He had to, and someone's gonna be in there.
Shot of looking out at the dangerous killer from behind a thin cover of wooden slats. The same thing happens that always happens in these situations. It appears to work since the man in the mask leaves,
and then
she gets discovered.
by
The quiet atmosphere of the movie definitely helps the impact of the jump scares it does have, so this is a great one to watch next time you're aching for a hit of cortisone. Dollface doesn't kill Kristen or anything. Instead, she just shakes the cabinet door a lot and then walks away. Kristen pokes her head out. Maybe
are they not suspicious
as to why so fast? Now she's more fixated on Kristen's ring, and while she messes with it, Kristen arms herself with a knife. Again,
another one.
She just can't wrap her head around the why of it all.
Why are you doing this to us?
But the only answer she gets is James getting tossed into the living room by the man in the mask, who's now armed with the gun. With the front door blocked by Pinup Stranger, Kristen heads to the bedroom where she gets surprised by the lights coming back on. Maybe they're done.
Why?
Nah, man in the mask tackles her against the
Imagine
hallway
they
and
just
knocks her out the
left.
box.
I would be on edge
drags her back
forever.
into the living room, finally done toying with her and ready to move on to the film's finale. Next thing you know, it's morning, and this shot of the house in daylight adds a lot to the terror of this movie. Normally, the bad things in horror films happen in the dark, and you assume that if the characters can just make it through the night, they'll be safe by sundown.
No, bad things happen when the sun's
late
up.
morning by the looks of it, and Kristen and James are tied to some chairs facing down
Who?
the three
Are they gonna
masked
take the
invaders
mask off?
that have tormented them all night. Kristen asks one more time why they're doing this to them, and she finally gets an answer.
Because you were home.
Things seem pretty hopeless.
Because you
Kristen
were
and James
home?
hold hands and look at each other with affection. And I hate to break it to you, but they are hopeless. And to show Kristen and James just how hopeless things are, the strangers demask. We never get to see their faces, but by revealing them to the couple, they're saying, we're fine with you seeing us without our masks.
Because you're not going to tell anybody.
And that's absolutely terrifying. Kristen begs and pleads, but to no avail. James gets stabbed in the torso
recognize
by
him?
the man in the mask and then by the pinup stranger, while Dollface Stranger takes the knife to Kristen's gut. Multiple stabs are heard as the camera cuts away from this exercise.
Does nobody survive?
And when we come back, we find James dead on the floor, having succumbed to the knife wounds. Most
Only
horror
two?
movies have kills that are silly or over the top or so unlikely that they can be fun.
Is this
But
gonna be the
Strangers
fewest
deals
kills
in
in kill count
realistic,
history?
absolutely horrifying carnage, and it makes this death feel way more impactful than most. But Kristen's still alive, and when Mike's cell phone starts ringing, she musters up the strength to crawl her way over to it, hoping for some kind of salvation. But she misses the incoming call, and before she can make an outgoing one herself, the male stranger shows up again, much to her dismay. He takes the phone away and apparently leaves Kristen to her own fate, whatever.
Also, wouldn't there be fingerprints everywhere?
Floor. We're back to those buttoned-up Mormon boys who run into the strangers when they stop their truck on the side of the road. Dollface asks for one of their pamphlets, and after admitting that she's, sometimes a sinner, the boys give one to her. The strangers get back in their truck, and Pinup Lady gives a debriefing.
It'll be easier next time.
Yeah, because you'll have a whole decade to prepare for the next time you pray at night. The Mormon boys get to the scene of the crime, just like we saw in the beginning. Look on at all the carnage, the strangers.
But they saw the people.
When one of them reaches out towards Kristen.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens. And that's the end of the movie.
So what is the
Strangers
conclusion?
did a good job terrorizing their victims and the audience.
Only 2 kills?
How'd they do in the kill count department? Let's
Wait,
find
we don't know
out
if she
and do the
lived. She
numbers.
lived, didn't she? Why?
In a brand new kill count low, only 2 people died in the strike.
Oh, new kill count
They were
lows.
both
That was
males,
right.
So, yeah, obviously we're looking at one really blue pie chart right there. With a runtime of 88 minutes, that's a kill on average every 44 minutes. Is that a new record too? I'll give
probably
the golden
is.
chainsaw for coolest kill to Mike, since I only
Well, I
have
wonder
2
what the
to
dual
choose
machete's
from,
gonna
and
be.
his had the more explicit gore effects. Plus, it's sudden and a pretty good jump scare. Dual machete for lamest kill goes to James, just kind of by default.
Imagine
although,
if they
like I
didn't
said,
kill
during
him,
the
he had to
kills, it's a
live
pretty
with
horrifying
himself
way to
after
go
that.
out. And that's it.
That would've been real
Strangers came out in 2008, and I know it's kind of stretching the criteria of kill count movies with its 2 deaths and quiet plot.
No, I enjoyed
But
this
with Prey at
video.
Night coming out on Friday, I figured you'd
Wait,
want to
Prey
see
at
me
Night?
cover it. And kill count
What?
is the only way I have right now. On Friday, we finish off Freddy with the Nightmare remake. And
Yeah,
until
that was
then,
in last
I'm
week's
James
video.
Denise.
We're skipping that.
It's
We're
been
jumping
Kill Count.
into
Thanks a lot for watching my Kill Count
a
for the
look-see.
Strangers. I want to thank a couple of my patrons like Angelo Bonacorsi and Saul Robles. Also want to thank Chelsea for making that mask in just a couple of hours for me at the drop of a hat. That girl can do anything with a needle and thread. Did you like The Strangers or
that's
was it
impressive.
too boring for you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're normally too shy to share your opinion, don't worry. I think we're alone now. See you on Friday with our Freddy remake, you good people.
Okay, and we're gonna skip this, and now we have a paid promotion. Good for James. Good
Hey
for
everybody,
James.
James A. Janice here, and I'm very excited to be announcing a new partnership today with the YouTube channel Crypt TV. In case you didn't know, Crypt TV is a channel devoted to high-quality, scary short films and monster scenes.
Is that
when
why
I say high quality, I really mean it. The
Wait, so
videos
is
there
he
are
doing their
pro,
own
probably
film?
better than like 70% of the stuff I cover on the Kill Count. Crypt TV's
Hopefully,
goal right now
I don't have
is
to
build a
blur
kind of scary
anything.
cinematic universe, almost like a Marvel for
Typically, I have to
monsters.
blur
And
anything
to
to
that
be
end, they
copyright
release
issues.
3 videos a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Holy shit!
What is
3
their routine?
videos? 3? Are you insane? Well, actually, I'd better get used to that, since this partnership is going to result in an extra weekly Dead Meat video for the next 4 weeks. That's a whole other video you'll get each week in addition to the Friday kill counts and the Monday releases, which lately have been extra kill counts, so
Kill
welcome.
counts.
In a minute, I'm about to talk about how awesome Crypt TV is and delve into one of their series, The Look-See, but first I'll let you know how this is going to shake out in the next few weeks.
Terrifying.
Next Sunday, March 18th, I'm doing a live stream marathon of Crypt TV content, and I want you to join me. I'll start at noon my time, Pacific, so that's 3 p.m. Eastern, and I'm just going to chill on a YouTube stream and watch all all the Crypt TV content I can find. And I'd love it if you join me so we can watch stuff together and chat about it. Not only will it be fun, it'll also help serve as some
they're gonna watch stuff
crowdsourced
together
research for me for the next 3 weeks. Because on those Sundays, March 25th, April 1st, and April 8th, I'll be releasing ranking videos for the Crypt TV stuff we watch. I haven't settled on exactly what things I want to rank, but you know kills will be one of them. Other ideas I have are like coolest twist or scariest monster, but since I haven't set anything in stone yet, you can help me decide.
So he's like, hey,
the live stream
they're like,
Sunday,
hey,
March 18th. But
do our
video
series.
isn't just pimping out the future. It's also talking about the now,
paid
present,
partnership or something like that. I don't know.
One of Crypt TV's current and best monster series is the Look-See. There have been 5 episodes released so far, each around 3 or 4 minutes long.
Okay, that
They also
explains why
recently
it's
put out a
3
very
videos a
helpful
week.
chronological
It's still a lot of time for
supercut
a
of all the
3-minute video.
episodes. Actually, you know what? Let's just do a mini kill count on that 16-minute supercut so you can see how good this stuff is. Heads up, we got some real nice jump scares coming in, and if you like what you see, make sure you click the link in the description, or right up there, to watch the Look-See supercut in its entirety. Trust me, it's worth it. A lot of what's amazing here is the sound
I've
design
never
that
heard
you
of
won't
this
hear during
series.
my kill count. That being said, let's get to the kills.
Okay. The Look-See. This could be scary. I don't like scary
fancy
things.
Man in red fingerless gloves. We get a kill right off the bat when this kid drops dead in front of the camera. Pretty rough stuff, and he's not the only one. Looks like there have been a dozen other victims,
That was a sick transition.
apparently poisoned to death. Not sure what's going on here, but future episodes will reveal it, I'm sure. The funeral
0 minutes in.
introduce some characters like Jenny, the Greta Gerwig-looking lady, and her husband Daniel, who's looking over and catching smiles from this other woman, Marlene. On the photo,
you smile at a funeral?
we see our first victim with a woman, possibly his mother, and it looks like she's also a police officer, cleaning up after the crime scene. She finds a note on the ground saying if she can't release, it'll come take a piece. Sounds like the slogan of a threatening laxative, but you won't need a laxative after this. Ooh, that's some spooky shit. And that was just a bedsheet ghost. Wait till we get to the stuff that's not a $3 Halloween costume. The cop finds a candle at
for a
staircase and climbs it to find a red fingerless glove at the top. But wait a minute, that's not just a glove. It's a hand
It's a
and
hand.
a glove. And those aren't just hands, they're hands on the Look-See. Another dude
Are
shows
those
up
like
and whisks the cop away to
CGI,
safety,
or is that
only
like
to
an
get pulled
actual
back
mask
behind
that
the
they
curtains.
made?
The cop hears that guy start laughing, and then it's showtime. Giggles McGee laughs his way to the top of the curtains and keeps on laughing as he makes his way back down before he eventually gets pulled backstage.
A practical
hey guy, you
of
dropped
him
your
floating
watch.
up.
There you go. The police officer gets the hell out of there because the Look-See fancy man is way above her pay grade. We find laughing dude in a bathroom stall leaving some graffito on the door, guided by the Look-See, who then disappears.
The Look-See
Laughing
is
dude leaves
kind of
the
like
bathroom,
Slenderman.
and in runs Jenny, looking
It's
all
the suit.
frantic. Inside the stall, she reads the message laughing man left, and it's the same as the note. If you
Alright.
cannot release, then it will come take a piece. Apparently,
of
the
what?
thing Jenny needs to release is her ring, which she plays with while thinking about bright, happy memories with her husband. But after hesitating to drop it in the toilet, she finds a pair of shoes peeking in underneath the stall.
Because
I
she
don't think
couldn't
that
do it.
guy's sitting on the toilet right.
No.
Jenny must be way braver than me, because she
And
gets to
up
peek in
from
over the
above.
stall wall to see whose shoes those are. But it's
No
empty.
one.
That's weird. Are the shoes still
In the stall with her?
Feet are gone too. Maybe double check.
Back?
Oh, yeah,
I'm waiting for the
go
jump
up.
scare.
Cool. No harm, no foul, I guess. Wait a minute.
Woo! I'm gonna say he's a pretty tall
Gets
individual.
me every time. She drops her ring as the Look-See pulls her under the stall, trying to drag her out. But she manages to grab the ring
And put it in
drop
the
into
toilet?
The loo. Mission accomplished. We should be all
Doesn't
good
let her
now,
go?
right?
No.
Except that don't feel like a toilet
That's-
seat. It feel like a foot. The Look-See
Well, how
leans
did
in
he
while
get there?
laughing and then kills the woman. We only see her feet rise
But-
up, but Look-See wants you to look-see a body. So they show us the aftermath of it all.
So is
and
there, like,
looks pretty
one-
pretzely. Oh, and her hand is missing. Next up is
there, like,
Marlene,
one kill
staring at
per,
a picture of Jenny and Daniel,
like,
even though the more
little,
interesting part of this
3-minute
Polaroid is on the
clip?
back. Yep, same message. If you can't release, it'll come take a piece. Marlene crops Jenny out of the picture so she can better stare at Daniel, who it seems like she's having an affair with, since she hears something in her house and assumes it must be him. Daniel ain't there, but there's another fancy man available.
Why does he walk like that? That's so
He does
unsettling.
have crazy nails, yes, but you could make a spa day of it together. Sounds good, right? As long as he's not too scary.
She didn't start screaming.
Oh shit! Too scary! Too scary! She hides in the bathroom behind the shower curtain.
That reminds you
She
of
thinks the coast may be clear. She
Hereditary,
peeks out to
which
find
still scares me to this day.
nothing really.
And in the
Just
bathtub.
yank back. Oh yeah. All clear.
Check
Guess
the
it's all
bathtub.
good.
Oh!
A scream and a crack signify Marlene's the next on our list. And again, we're shown the violent aftermath.
Oh my
of
God.
Her decapitated body. I guess those notes weren't lying. Look-See's always looking to take a piece, y'all. Next up looks like this guy who, oh shit, that's another kill. Okay, that was
Watch.
laughing dude, and he jumped off a building, killing himself. Crazy. Wait, now we're back with this chick? Oh, Look-See,
why?
you're too scary, man. And it also Look-See's like we're gonna have to rescind a kill, because Jenny's in a hospital bed,
How?
and yes, indeed, very much alive. Even though
After
her
all
hand's
that?
missing. And both her legs are broken. That sucks. But
Oh.
still, not dead. So I'm retroactively removing her from the kill count, and we're back down to 15. Of course, I knew she wasn't dead going into this. I just didn't want to spoil it for y'all. She sees
thank
someone
you, James.
standing in the shadows just outside her hospital room. Shit like this always creeps me out, but I guess it's not that bad when it's revealed to just be Daniel. Oh, what? Visiting his wife in the hospital to see how she's doing? Oh, no, his eyes are
Oh,
missing.
no,
That's creepy as
okay.
fuck. The Look-See is
Okay.
there, too.
And now
He's
he's
got
got-
something
Oh,
to
hi.
say. So listen up, Jenny, because, he just wants to give her the time, I guess. But she doesn't want his
cool.
watch. And instead, she says, Look-See, you're done, and sticks a fork in it. Then goes on the offensive.
It literally
working
6.
legs and
You're
all, and
broken.
almost stabs
Your
him in the
legs are
head before he
broken.
disappears. She climbs back into bed and takes a look-see at the throat clock left
This is
behind,
how you get
which triggers
grippy
a
socks.
memory in her of her husband, Eyeless Dan, back there, leaving her, thus the toilet ring scene. When she's done reminiscing, though, look-see's waiting for her. Next thing we see is a little girl, Camille, in water, and guess what? She did. You can hear some muffled screaming,
Actual
and we
number
learn that was
16.
probably her dad, this Daniel Stern-looking dude named Jonathan. He's sitting at a table eating birthday cake, all bereaved over his dead daughter. In the photo album he's looking through, he
that's
finds
so
a familiar
sad.
note. If you can't release, it'll come get some.
You
He goes to pick up a crumb
to
and
release
finds
his dead
back.
daughter?
Say hello.
Oh,
Hey, sweetheart,
no
what have you
eyes.
been up to?
No eyes.
Oh, teleporting. That's fun. He chases after her into a hall closet where he finds the ribbon she was wearing, but that's about
Dude,
it.
I
Another
swear,
door opens,
James's
and when he's
sense of
looking in that
humor
room, he fails
kills
the look-see,
me.
the look-see, in the closet behind him. The look-see's not a vacuum, and he ain't gonna stay in that closet. Look-see scares Jonathan back into the kitchen, where he gets rid of the symbolic birthday cake in an attempt to release. The look-see's still coming. Jonathan hides under the table.
Are they not releasing the right thing?
And climb on top of the table. And when the ribbon shows up again, you know this dude a goner. Look-see joins him under the table because he forgot to release that last slice of cake. So Jonathan is left as a corpse without arms and a backwards
why is his head
Now,
back?
How's the guy supposed to make another cake like that? Even if he does do the cooking by the book. The supercut ends with Jenny, now in a wheelchair,
Does the
starting
cop
a
lady
very
find the-
impressive and ambitious pen pal project. I'm not gonna do all the
Just
numbers
making a whole
graphics
bunch
and
of those?
everything, but 17 people died, genders unknown because of those covered up corpses.
True.
Chainsaw to Marlene and Mache to Camille. Sound good? I hope this exploration of the look
Oh, wait, he just skipped all that.
And why I agreed to do a partnership with them. You guys know me. I'm not about to hawk something that's not good. Crypt TV is great.
It
and
seems
that's why I'm looking forward to
very
the next few
unsettling.
weeks. Again, join me next week on Sunday, March
Hopefully this
18th
video didn't have
for a live
copyright
stream
issues.
hangout
I hope
marathon
not.
of Crypt TV content.
But that was
And
really
tune in
cool.
the 3 Sundays after that for ranking videos of the stuff we watch. It'll be a good time, I promise.
I don't know if
haven't
they're in
seen a lot of
this-
these videos, so you'll probably get to see
I don't know if
some
they're in this
legit jump scares.
playlist or not.
That's the plan. I'll see you then. Be good people.
I will try to be. But yeah, no. Then now we're gonna have. Wait, is this the Belko experiment? What is that? I don't know how I'm gonna do next couple videos. Am I gonna do like Leprechaun 1 and 2 in the next video, and then like Leprechaun 3 and 4, and then there's Leprechaun in the Hood? Excuse me. That seems like it's gonna age a little weird. We have Saw, we have Leprechaun, we have Sunny Family Cult, we have the Belko experiment. I have no idea what's coming soon. The Strangers? I really enjoyed that. Just, it wasn't like a cheap horror slasher thing. It wasn't, I don't even know if that technically is a slasher. I guess it's more like a suspense horror. It wasn't that scary. It was like unsettling, suspenseful, really well done. I didn't feel like it cheaped out or anything. Crypt TV, I've never heard of them. People were very happy to hear about them in the comment section, so I'm hoping a lot of people enjoyed this video. Glad to see that James is working with other YouTubers or stuff like that, and yeah, so it's a paid partnership or something like that. That's what it said, so I'm guessing he's getting paid to do the Crypt TV stuff, which, I mean, that sounds awesome. He's getting paid and he's getting to watch good content, so that's incredible. I really hope you enjoy, and also spread good content. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it made it a tiny little better. I look forward to reading your comments because I read every single one. I'm getting better about responding to more and more comments. Patrons get all the videos there early. I hope your subscribers are approaching 100,000 subscribers. Likes are always appreciated, and I really hope I made your day a tiny little better. But until next video, take care and cue the music.